It was a completely different ranking system before, but chances are you'll never see my name up here. There are definitely some good streamers up here, though. I recognize Warshire, Kazner, Christy, Natsuki. I know at least those guys stream. I'm not sure about the others. If they do, I apologize for not being aware of it. It's always easier for me if the names, if your Twitch name matches this name. A lot of times they don't, which makes it a little hard for me, because I'm old and I forget things. But this stream isn't about ranked. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other streams I can go watch ranked play. It's all about the Dungeoneering here. I really enjoy draft mode. We have some rules that we do follow here, though. Is that I don't just pick what the OP class is. Right now, for me, that's probably Ariane and most people. Ariane and Raptor are the top two. In fact, I've been recording my own data. And, that's also, I believe, let me just double check. Let's see. Win percentage by legend. Yep, my Ariane is my highest. Raptor is second, followed by Ozan, Linza, and Vanescula pulling up the rear. But the rule we have here is that we always play the class that has been the longest since we've played them. So that way I don't just always pick Ariane or whatever. So so far I've played Ariane 10 times, Linza, Ozan, and Raptor 9 times each, and Vanescula only 7. She just hasn't been offered as much, but when she's offered and it's her turn, she definitely fits into the rotation. We're using our coins. We do have a little bit of copper we've been saving up. I try to log in and at least do my dailies just through, say, casual play, maybe a little bit of ranked play, but just try to get my dailies done. But I only play every Dungeoneering run I do on stream. So feel free to sit back, laugh at the misplays, and I will teach you how not to play the game. Alright, so based on this, looking at this information, you can see that Vanescula is our last run. The runs are in from most current. That 3-3 Vanescula was our last run on last stream. Then Ozan Raptor. So we do have to take the OP Ariane, but the last time I played her, I went 2-3. So you never know how you're going to do. It is Dungeoneering. It's a random draft. For myself and then the opponent. Sometimes you go up against opponents that just make you scratch your head and you're like, why did he do that? But I know I make plenty of mistakes, math mistakes. Sometimes you're just desperate. You don't get the right cards. You have to try to make a risky play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let me just double check that. Yep, Vanescula was our last one. You can see our Vanescula was a 3-3. We had an 0-3, a 3-3. So you can see why I'm not doing that well with her. But Ariane, we had that 2-3 and a couple 12 wins with her. In fact, I think she's the only one I've had 12 win runs with. But that means we get to take her. I'll try to do my best to explain my draft decisions, why I pick what I pick. There is a tier list that exists out there right now. I don't follow it. I probably should. Might make me a better player. But I just play through experience and what I hope to have fun with. I believe Zamorkian is an awesome card. With the 5 health, he's usually relatively easy to kill if you can get a top tier card like a Solomon or some other weapon. Or something that just removes health. But if he gets griefed, and there are a ton of grief cards in this game where the opponent will increase its health, it will hit you for a ton. What was a little bit interesting about my couple Ariane runs that I went 12, I think the one I had no sustain. I had no armor generation and no health generation. It just didn't matter because I had so much burst. So just looking at these, Zamorkian's a definite for me. This isn't a very good card. I don't think. It is random, but the card you're discarding, the cards you're adding, so I don't think this is a very good card. It would confuse me way too much to try to figure things out, so I wouldn't want to play it. It's a big creature, and all it's doing is swapping attack and health. I guess I could grief your opponent to a degree, but I don't know. Ariane is a type of grief card. Adding that 1 health could really decimate a person's turn. I know sometimes you have a weapon on, you're hoping to one-shot a guy. If you can't, then if you have to use a second charge of the weapon, maybe the weapon breaks, you lose the durability, and you have to then go, and you expected to have it for the next guy, so it could definitely affect things. But I think I'm going to take Brugson. Hopefully I can get a big gold generation going with her. This is a nice little grief card. It does 3 gold. Sometimes it doesn't hit at all if the opponent doesn't play a support, but it can be decent if we go to Chapter 5. A lot of times good weapons, cost gold, so this may make it hard, or somewhere in the middle chapter if you can time it just right. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's just better. Aileron's okay, but I'll try Brugson. Alright, just glancing at these guys. It's kind of interesting. Ogre Brute. I've played many Dungeoneering games where my opponent gets 5 and more base. It almost feels, you know, what I'd imagine is like a constructed game. I don't do a ton of constructed, but I can definitely see, you know, this potentially having value. But this card's been changed multiple times now since I've been playing the game. And I just started in open beta, like in late March. So this card's kind of hard to kill. You do get a decent weapon from it. But you have to be somewhat careful. Bigger creatures, I think, are just so griefable in... I imagine it is certainly in Constructed, but Dungeoneering, it's dangerous. It's hard to come back. Alchemy, it's only 2 rounds in. Or actually, this is only the second round, I'm sorry. But you hopefully get some cheap weapons, and that gold is usually nice. If I get like a 1-1 weapon or something like that, that would be fantastic. So I think I'm actually going to go with the Alchemy and the Bar Fight. It is weapon removal. They do smack me. But I think it's just better. Wind Surge may have been a possibility, but that's alright. Alright, these cards aren't that bad. In fact, I'm not even sure what to take here. BCD, what's shaking? Yeah, stream. You're having trouble loading this stream. I'm not sure. I know I've had a little trouble loading some other people's streams myself. Hopefully it's nothing with me. I haven't dropped a ton of frames today. And I think it's okay. It is loaded for me right now, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I know I had a trouble, it's probably, God, months ago. I'd say at least 3-4 months ago, where I just had trouble loading almost anything on Twitch. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, if you're having other people load, not me, it would make it think it's me. But I know I've had some issues with various streamers, and same thing, where one would load and one wouldn't. So hopefully that's a good sign. I mean, Twitch is getting overloaded with, you know, people. And now that, you know, Amazon bought them, hopefully they have the resources to increase that bandwidth and all the storage that they need. It's a hard pick. I like Trickster, I love Crassian, I love Earthwave, I love Solomon. King of Kinship isn't the worst, it is a weapon. But Earthwave discards all your cards. I mean, it's a finisher, but if it doesn't work, you're top decking. That's the only bad thing. I think Earth Blast, if I'm remembering correctly, costs more gold, but you don't lose all your cards. I think I'm going to take the Solomon and the Crassian here, although Trickster's pretty good. But I always do this. I always have way too much draw in my Ariane decks. Thanks for stopping by again. I definitely appreciate you being here. Of course, I think you're just making a, you know, a book on how bad I play. I think we're going to take the South Sea. We do have the Alchemy, so we definitely need some weapons in this deck. We could also use, you know, hopefully just a third charge on the Solomon, but this is also gold grief, so I think that's a very good card. The Calphite is more weapon grief, which is fine. This card's okay. That card, you hope not to be at 1 base. If you are, chances are in Dungeoneering you die. And Doric is just a little bit of damage and some sustain, but we're going to go with the Calphite here. I need a Ring of Kingship to go Dungeoneering. It's a sign? Uh-oh. Alright. Stagger, I think, is awesome. Meg's okay. It is 2 gold. Usually you don't have the ship synergy with it, so that's just the... but the 2 gold is where it's at. This can be grief. I think we're definitely going Stagger. Trayborn can be really good grief. I think I'm going to go with Trickster here, though. We passed on the other Trickster. It is, you know, relatively easy gold here. It's only a 2-2. Alright. Falador's interesting. We already have a Calphite. Because of the Alchemy, and it is a nice little weapon, you know, it helps us one-shot things like the Calphite. The only thing we can hit with the Zamorkian right now is the Solomon. But I think we're actually going to go Watchtower and then do a little bit of damage in the gold here. Usually Ariane, I try to end the games, you know, before the 5th chapter if possible. Ooh, that could have been Mega Synergy. And we remember how good Ghost Ship was that one game, right? Alright, Lunar Spellbook's a no-brainer. Fern's been nerfed, hasn't he? So we're definitely going Lunar. I just don't know how I beat this up. I don't have anything that's removing attack or even health from my dudes. Shug isn't awesome in this deck yet. I mean, it allows me to not take any damage from the Haunted Soul, maybe. Other than that, I'll just screw the Shug up. Yeah, Morwenna's OP. I mean, this isn't... It's just right now I don't have a good way to kill it. I think they take the Fern for more grief. I mean, stagger with potentially the Fern, which I'd take at least 8 if I can't increase my base or if I don't have my Solomon on. We definitely have to get some gold going too. So let's see what we can do for that. Here's our boy Allie. Alright, I think we Allie. And Gnome Healer always just seems... I mean, it's an easy 2 gold. And obviously a little sustain for me, but also my opponent. It all kind of seems like, alright, it doesn't work as well for me in Ariane because usually I'm trying to burst. I don't know if this is going to be the case here. But it's possible with things like, you know, if I'm able to get the stagger off, it really hurts them. If I can, you know, get the gold grief when they had, you know, say they were buying a weapon and then they take a lot of damage. I think we're going to take the second soul. It's 2 gold, and I know I have no sustain myself, but that's not how I play Ariane. It's face. I'm face mage. Really like the bunny up. It is 3 attack, but it allows you to tank something a little bit easier. You know, I could tank the Fern and only take 2. You know, I could tank this and take 1. You know, same thing, take 2 from this. Bunny Hip can also, you know, make you take things like this and do 6 damage, take nothing. See, but whenever you go for a combo in Dungeoneering, it's hard. Yeah, but, you know, you have to draw both of them. So otherwise this kind of sits as somewhat of a dead card. I mean, if I have Solomon, I could 2-shot it and only take 3. But as always, my Ariane deck is going to be, you know, hoping to get the Spellbook out, of course. You know, the Asphyxiates are great cards. Some people play around them, some don't, as we've seen. But the great thing about it is, you know, if it makes people play around it, it changes their turn dramatically. And if other people aren't aware of what the card does, then they take a boatload of damage. Or they say, okay, maybe he's not going to play it, and they don't, you know, they're just gambling. I know it's taken me a long time to try to learn what a lot of these cards meant. Remember when I first started playing, they didn't show you the, none of these have it, but the tips of what the cards were. Now when you hover over it, doesn't do it in Dungeoneering here, but it will tell you when you hover over this card what those 4 cards are, which is very, very nice. Awesome, awesome feature. I know, I always have 10 cards every chapter. Yeah, I don't have a ton of actual draw. I took the Crassian. But I could definitely fill up my hand with things like the Spellbook and the Zamorkian. But this one doesn't have as much draw yet that I normally have. But yeah, I definitely think I go with these 2. It's just, I already have a Watchtower Guard, which I like the little weapon because of alchemy. But I'll definitely take the Ip and the Mage. And the Ip may come across, you know, handy with something else too, of course. Alright. We passed on a lot of cards that, you know, do damage if we have 1 base. Maybe we could have actually made that work. I doubt it. Alright, I think we Fenconstrain, because we always have to Fenconstrain ourselves at least once a night. Probably more like once a run, because, you know, we're pretty bad. Second Zamorkian to the Chieftain. Ip and the Chieftain means we take 8, assuming no griefage. You know, it'll probably do at least 6 to them. If we catch them with a weapon, it's going to do more. So it may not be the greatest. But again, we're trying to end the game before the final, usually. You can see I have 0 base gain. would probably take the Zamorkian, but since we already have one, I might try the Chieftain here. Again, between, you know, the Ip, maybe Solomon, it's not too... Even Solomon allows us to hopefully two-shot it. A lot of the same cards here. Alright, alright, alright. No way to kill it. That gold looks sexy. Right now we don't have a ton of gold generation, but we don't have a ton to spend on either. We got the spell book and then a few smaller ones. For that reason, well, I mean, the fact that I do want more gold, because obviously this is 17 max if I can draw all the perfect cards. Doesn't always happen. I think we have to take the second Frankenstrain for gold. The only real way to kill the Zamorkian, unfortunately, at least without, you know, taking damage, is Solomon. Or maybe, I forget what which spellbook does what, so... I mean, with the South Sea, we'd take one shot from it, assuming we still have 2 base, because we'd hit it for 3 and then 2. Watchtower, you know, same problem. We'd hit it for 4. We have no base gain. This weapon actually isn't that great in this deck right now at 2 if it puts us up to 4, other than hitting the Emissary. It does, you know, allow us to, you know, take less damage from things if we have to take less shots, though, so that's okay. So I really like Zamorkian. I think we're going to take a second one. Crassian's probably safer, though, because it allows us to South Sea into a Crassian. But we're going to fill up our hand with Asphyxiates. Alright, Rance is another weapon, and it puts us up to 4, and it allows us to one-shot a Zamorkian. I think Rance is a no-brainer here. Man, I had so many opportunities for cards if I have 1 base, and I did have a sheep offered me after the fact. I think Rance and Sharks. This is kind of worthless, I think. We have a Goblin, but we already have 2 Zamorkians. If we're at 1 base, we're probably going to be dead anyway. Allows us to claw back into it, but I think Rance and the Sharks, we have no sustain as always. Go figure. Ariane is good with 3 attack weapons. Rance, she has lots of good hit point. Yeah, 5 hit point creatures. Yep, and I just did get that Rance, so that was pretty good. You know, allows us to one-shot a Fern. More importantly, I think a Zamorkian, which they just want to keep on offering me. We don't have a bomb or anything. Demon's okay. Certainly very susceptible to grief. I think we take another Crassian. Again, the only way I'm beating up the demon is either Solomon or Rance, which uses up another charge of my weapon. It's not the end of the world, though, because, you know, if I Solomon, hit it, and then I can try to alchemy if I have it. You know, I'd only have 1 charge left. Rance, same deal. You know, I would knock it to 4, one-shot it, hit my opponent, have 1 durability left. But I don't know. Definitely like some more gold here. But these all generate gold. I think I'll take the Crassian because, you know, I like to overfill my hand as always. And... yeah. Mega is the least griefable. I already have 2 Zamorkians. I know I'm not going to get anything off of it. I'm just looking at the gold. Let's go big or go home. Alright, one more pick for that. Oh my god, we could have had a bomb, and there's a sheep too. Oh my god. Wow, we need gold. Holy smokes, do we need gold now. So I really want the Tetsu. We could have had a crazy deck with all kinds of stuff knocking me to 1. I could have had multiple sheeps and multiple cards that, you know, if you're at 1, do all kinds of damage. And then the bomb to bring me back up. Oh. There's Tetsu right in this deck. It's my normal, typical area and no sustain. That's why it looks great. I already have a stagger, but 2 just means there's a better chance of you drawing one to actually get it off. 16, 19, 22. We have 25 worth of gold to spend. This would be 30. Only 25 generation. Now, obviously, you don't draw at all. I do not have anything else I think that generates gold like a customs officer. So, I might not be able to buy my win conditions, which is the lunar. Stagger's not awful. I do have stack of sharks for a potential sustain. He's just so good. Yeah, you know what? I could take the bomb because of the demon now. I just think I need so much to line up properly with that. The bomb is good to try to get you back as long as you have the gold when your opponent griefs you. You know, you get Dust Deviled slot 2. It's like, uh-oh, how do I come back? And this deck has no base gain. But the lack of gold in this deck is really going to hurt it, I think. I think I have to try to be smart with my gold, and, you know, I sometimes have trouble looking ahead of turn. Yeah, only one. We do have the alchemy for potential 5 gold. We do have, you know, 4 weapons. Forgot about that guy. But only 1 alley, no mimics. Is it smarter? Oh, man. Stagger's so good. Who told you to put the bomb on? Did I tell you to put the bomb on? The Maestro. That show is amazing. Went off in what, 98? Oh my god. I've seen the episode so many times. I Skyped my sister Friday. Skyped my sister Friday, and she, you know, she loves Seinfeld. Her husband loves Seinfeld, and we're always talking about it still. It's amazing. Everything's a Seinfeld reference to this day. Alright, let's make a decision here. I actually like the fact with the demon or when we get griefed, the bomb can be huge, but otherwise it's a dead card. I almost think I need, if I had more gold generation, it's not like I have to buy everything. I mean, I don't have to buy, you know, pay for the Brugson. Stack of sharks. It's all about getting lucky with that one. You know, the bomb. I mean, these are the big ones right here. The Solomon, the Stagger, and the Spellbook. What has a greater chance of winning me the game is what I'm thinking here. Obviously, Stagger has a chance, which I have one. Fenconstrained Grief sometimes hurt, especially if I'm able to counter them with, say, a Fern. You know, if I can get both of those guys on the same creature, which does sometimes happen, not often. Tatsu helps me stay alive, but I will have no base gain, you know, for the final battle. So do I want sustain or do I want damage? I want damage. I think we take a second Stagger. Alright, alright. Ah, we could have had Cannonball synergy. Alright, Lexicus is awesome. Bill Rock, I just have no way to kill this stuff. Viragos, that's the same problem. So I know Lexicus I can hopefully kill. I think I party hat. I mean, just too hard for me to kill. Too hard for me to kill. I mean, I do have the Bunny Ip into Virago. That's still a boatload of damage coming my way. It's not like I got awesome weapons. I have a Solomon, a Rance, the awesome 1/1 from the South Sea, and the Watchtower Guard. So those are my 4 weapons. I think we just go party hat. Because Ladies A, we have no Cannonball synergy. Could always hope our opponent gives us one. I remember a game like that where my opponent gave me a Cannonball when I had a Zayap. I'm like, sweet. I think we go party hat, though. We need to get our win conditions out. Alright, I don't know about this deck. Okay, let's go to our database. Today is the 12th. Select that. Select Ariane. Alright, let's do this. Predictions somewhere between 0 and 12. Really going out on a limb there. My last Ariane was only 2, so let's see if we can improve upon that at least. In fact, I've been playing pretty badly other than that Ozan run. I mean, 6 isn't bad with Raptor, but a 3-0-2-3? We gotta change all that. Again, game takes a while to find somebody as bad as me. That's always a good sign. I haven't looked at the stats lately on that one site you showed me for Steam. Maybe we did last stream. I haven't looked at it since then, but is the game growing? I'm hoping. And there are still people probably using the standalone client too, so.
Looks like I'm going first.
We don't want that. I think I'm going to hold the Solomon. Just because he helps us kill things like the Zamorkian, the Lexicus. We have to find a way to pay for it. So we're obviously going to draw Alley. We go first, so if we keep it on at the end and have something, as long as our opponent doesn't grief it at the end of the chapter. Alright, we're going to just keep these 2 for now. We do have at least 2 cards for weapon removal. Oh boy. Well, we drew the Zamorkians, just no way to generate gold. So we have a very bad turn here. Let's see, our opponent is Linza. We went first. Let's see, our last run, we went 2nd and 1, then 2nd and lost, and 2nd and lost. Last time we went first, we won. So I think going first is OP. Alright, he just lost the Chaotic. Alright, this Frankenstrain is not going to hit anything. Oh, that's good. Besides my opponent for 4, but it does give him 3 gold. Cool, cool, yeah. 2,300 online at peak. That's awesome. Alright, a little Crassy in action. He had a decent first chapter. He tried to grief me with the Frankenstrain, but then he was able to one-shot with Major Mary. So that was pretty good for him. He's got a lot of cards. Alchemy wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here. We can try to Fern him. But we're in trouble here. This deck does not have a ton of sustain, and gold gain is an issue right now. We could actually tank 7 from the Zamorkian. If we one-shot the Crassy, and that doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Hopefully he plays something in the 3rd and the 4th slot. That'll be exactly 10 cards after this. I think we have to make this play. It puts us at only 2 gold, though, coming in even the next round. Uh-oh, there goes our Tetsu. Haha, it's our spellbook. Rip. This may do something, because he's probably going after something with 6. So he may be expecting a one-shot and maybe one-shot. Ah, jeez. Really? Really? A living rock brawler? Uh-oh. Kitty. Bad kitty, kitty. That Fern did nothing there. Wow. We're getting rolled. Weapon Linza. It's going to be worse if my cat steps on my keyboard. She has a tendency to do that. Allie has made an appearance. Hey, look, Bunny Up, Infernal Mage. Where were you last round? They'll probably play around the Asphyxiate. Hopefully two-shot that. We're going to take another 5. Gives us 2 gold. Which means we'll only have 3. We can't even stagger them next turn without taking a boatload of damage. But if we still have a charge left, we can Zamorkian in the stagger next turn, I think. Alright, he has played 4 cards. Holy smokes, what the deuce is that thing? That's going to be doing some damage to him. That's what that's going to be doing. But it's probably going to be able to one-shot anything. Oh, maybe not. What's this? Not big weapon. Tatsu Katana. That's pretty good. I know my cat playing for me probably would be much better. Very nice, BCD. Oh, I just gave myself 4 armor, too. But, how much is this going to do for him damage-wise? He's got 11. I think it just killed him. Haha! My cat would have made that play too, though, so that's okay.
Is it cruel to win so easily?
Getting lucky, getting lucky. Yeah, see, he did not really play around that Asphyxiate. I went first, and he put something with 7 damage in the first slot. And I had, 2 gold, so luckily I was able to afford them. So, got lucky there, got lucky. He had a pretty nice deck, too, didn't he? Yeah, I mean, because next turn then we would have been able to still, assuming he lived, we were going to one-shot our guy for the gold and then attempt to stagger him. But with those weapons, I don't know how much a stagger was even going to do. Holy smokes. Got lucky. Well, even the second chapter wasn't the greatest. We even, blew our bunny up on the fern, which did nothing. And then we drew the Infernal Mage, so... Alright. Going first OP confirmed. Thanks, kitty. Hey, where'd you wander to? I don't know. I think when she jumps up here and she's like just on my keyboard, I'm like, alright, I was done doing anything I was doing. She's still cute, so it's okay.
Second it is.
Uh-oh, we're going second. That's not OP. Alright, we're up against the Raptor going second. Alright, data recorded. We know we want to get rid of that. We can generate 3 gold relatively painlessly. I don't think I'm going to hold the bar fight. I may have against Linza, but it's all timing, especially when you go second. And, if they put on a katana and then I bar fight, I'm taking a lot of damage, so... I think we'll get rid of it. Trying to get this stagger off would be awesome. I think we're going to hold it. If we can draw an alley, we can stagger on slot 3. Yeah, we're going to hold one of our staggers. That may be a mistake. Let's see. Wish I would have held the weapon dude now. We're going to assume he Fenkenstrain slot 1. Hopefully he doesn't Fenkenstrain slot 2. But I'm not willing to take the 7 from this. This deck doesn't have a ton of sustain.
My time
We'll be happy with our 3 gold and hope to draw something. Last opponent Major married me. I know that's a Lin's only card, but Alchemy would have worked. We can't afford to party hat to get up to 6 gold yet. I think we're going to be slow again. We were slow last game and got lucky in the 3rd chapter. And he has played out. Alright, he really wants that gold because he just took 4 damage for 2 armor. But, more importantly, to 2 gold it looks like. Ooh, rip amulet. My kitty will know when to use Bob. Oh, that was good stuff, wasn't it? Alright, that worked out perfectly. As he did have 10 armor prior to me giving him the damage. Whew, we got lucky there too. Always lucky. Let's see if we can continue this luck here. So far he would have gained a base from that. We got lucky and we made him discard the amulet. I wonder which base gain is in his deck. He is Raptor. No weapons. Kind of disappointing. No great way to generate gold here.
I am ready.
I don't think I want to take 16 from the demon. We do have the potential combo. I don't think he's going to put a weapon on here, unfortunately. I mean, he could rance. This does get rid of the armor. We take at least 4. Allows us to stagger, but we have nothing going on next turn. We're completely dependent upon our draws then. We were hoping to draw one of our little weapons. Spellbook. 2 games, 2 rip spellbooks, but it's not like I've been generating the gold. This deck has really been starved. I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but... Yeah, we're both at 20. Maybe he's trying to tank some creatures up here, though. No. Card draw and health. Yeah, if I can draw a Rance. I don't know if I can afford the bomb now, though. That's the problem. In fact, I can't even afford Rance. I really need... I'm not sure. That probably wasn't the best play. I mean, I'm really dependent upon my draws, because this is bad. Well, we can try to South Sea and Alchemy to get up to 5 gold. I almost think... Ugh. The Gold Grief might hurt him too.
I am ready.
That puts us at 5 gold. We can't stagger again, you know, unless he increases his base, of course. I can't take a ton of damage with this deck, but there's very little sustain. We almost need to hope to draw, you know, the Rance. We can go up to 10 gold for what? We don't want to play that last slot. We can't play that. All we're going to be doing is getting rid of potential cards. I don't think we need to do that yet. Alright, I think this is the play, unfortunately. He did play out again. I'm really hoping his Gold Grief works. You know, he only took 2 damage there, but he's up to 4 gold. This will put him to 2, so let's see if it works. Alright, it did work. This may rock him. He expected to be able to afford that OP card. That's going to do some damage, boys. Yeah, that'd be like 45 damage. Grief Ariane works again. Wow, twice this game. Chapter 1, when we damaged him so he didn't have the armor to increase the base. And that chapter, the Gold Grief got him, so Barricade didn't go off. Lucky, lucky. Always lucky. That card was fantastic, the draw right there, too. Because I mean, it gold grief, but it also gave us, you know, for alchemy, it gave us our worst weapon in the deck. So we got very lucky with the draws there, boys. We'll take it. We shall take it. You know, for some reason, I keep thinking I took the full Tetsu. I didn't. I have no sustain in this deck, as always, with Ariane. But I try to just win by griefage. And getting lucky. Alright. Thanks, Val. Appreciate it. That was more just out of necessity. My draws... This deck hasn't... oh, I keep forgetting to update the score here. I am 2-0, but the I've been really starved for gold. Just got really lucky both these games, I think. Might hold the bar fight against Linza. We go second again, but we just went second and won, so going second's OP. Let's see, Linza second. First Linza we faced the first game, we did go first. Gotta get some gold going. I think we'll hold the Haunted Soul. It's not uncommon, at least I know I like to play Frankenstein slot 1. If he does that and I just try to Haunted Soul him, that's bad. Instead of taking 4, I'd be taking 10. But I think we hold this. Maybe we draw something for a different place. Yeah, that 2 just isn't enough. I mean, I can get rid of it right away with the alchemy. I just can't kill anything.
My preparation runs low.
Easily, anyway. Do I do it and just alchemy it? Get it out of the way? I do have that 1/1 weapon. Or do I just... Deck without sustain. This is dangerous. If he griefs one of these, it's very, very dangerous. We're going to try this, guys. This may be a misplay. The other option, I think, is just a Watchtower Alchemy. But... And he's played 2 cards. Well, that's good. That's not a Frankenstein. Hopefully he doesn't play a Frankenstein slot 2. Because we're taking 8. Bar fight, it's not, wouldn't be bad to bar fight slot 1 with the Dust Devil. So... This does give us 4 gold at 8 damage. Again, this deck doesn't have sustain. We try to win, hopefully, before the final chapter. Oh, okay. He was expecting me to gain gold. I don't know if I completely like that. Going first, he would know exactly how much gold it would do. He may be better, but he may have said, okay, I'm going to buy a big weapon here. He does have 6 gold for one. Alright, let's hope we don't get griefed. What's the best order to play this? We totally expect him to... Man, we want to play Lexicus and Zamorkian, but if we draw 5 cards... I'm also thinking of Kel fighting this. I expect them to have a weapon somewhere in here. That would be our 5 new cards. While we would draw 1. I think I would blow the weapon. Hopefully if he griefs one of these, that's bad, because I'm dead. Right now we hope to one-shot both. We would draw 1. What play do we have? Watchtower and a Kel fight, maybe? But with the weapons and the asphyxiates, and hopefully... well, we'll have a ton of gold, but that's okay. I might... is Kel fight at the end better here? Nah, we want gold. We haven't lost our spellbook yet. We're going to draw it. Thanks, BCD. Yeah, the good customs officer strategy, we're going first. I don't know where I learned it. My guess is somewhere on Twitch. I don't know. There's amazing people up on Twitch, let me tell you. Cal fight may have worked. got an enfeeble, a worthy opponent. Alright, he's down to 2 cards. Ooh, we just lost the work order. Wow, that would have griefed me hard there. Wondered if it was wise to spend the weapon here. Caliphate Emissary obviously would have got rid of that weapon, but it wouldn't have griefed him completely. So he goes first, which is OP, as everyone knows. We've got some gold now. Borrowed power, we don't know what it's going to do. If we went first, we would know exactly what it's going to do. We could actually double our gold to make sure we don't run out this game. He's got no gold, only 5 cards, but he increased his base quite nicely to 4. You think he plays around the asphyxiates? The last Linza did not. If I had time, I would asphyxiate once here. But I'm out of time. Let's see what they play. Alright, good thing I didn't asphyxiate. They're doing quite well for themselves. Ah, we lost one of them. That's okay. We're the opponent and Feeble Chieftain. I think that's what I did, right? Hopefully. But he's still up on us on base. We have the gold. We could attempt, it's probably not going to work, to Fenk Asphyxiate. If it hits something further down the line, it'll work.
I am ready.
That's not going to work, is it? Let's try it. It's probably not going to work. He's probably not going to play. Oh, he did play 4 cards. That's gonna hurt. This is a creature? Nope, nope. Ouch. Good chapter by him. Real good chapter. He's going to be back up to 6 cards. We'll have 9. He's got more base. He goes first. I think I misplayed that chapter. I don't know how we win this game.
I must prepare to confront my fellow adventurer. I am ready.
What's the right order here, BCD? I'm not sure. Bar fight? Ugh. I almost want the weapon for the final part. think we lost this one. He's played out, no less. Holy smokes. Draws are on his side. I don't think we can win this one. Oh my god. Pretty good. Wow, we got rolled that game, guys. Another good Linza deck.
Easier than I thought.
That was much easier. Man, after they were low on cards, I thought we might have a shot, but man, they drew pretty well, played extremely well, so that one hurt. Hopefully this isn't like the last Ariane run. I think the last one. Let me double check. Yeah, the last one we started 2-0 and finished 2-3, so hopefully we're not going down the same path here, boys. That was ugly. They had a lot of base game. Wow. Some pretty nice weapons. Oh, my heart. It's gone. 0 for 3 getting this off. 2 games we've seen it discarded by our opponents, and that game we didn't even draw it. That one we had the gold. It's funny, the games where we were gold starved, things just worked out perfectly for us. That game we had the gold, just couldn't do anything with it. We even staggered him. We got off the Medini. Thought we had a decent play with the Bunny Ip into the Chieftain. With the spell we got, the Enfeeble. Or not Bunny Ip, it was the Worthy Opponent Enfeeble. Stagger, Bar Fight, Boward Power, Cal Fight. Yeah, the Cal Fight at the end probably would have made a little more sense, but with his, he went first, he's going to have the extra base. So, I don't think there was a winning strategy there with his final chapter. I think anything I did wouldn't have mattered. Oh boy, another mage. Oh god, we're going second, and second's not OP. We just lost going second. We got the spellbook. Do we actually hold it this time? So it doesn't get discarded or we don't see it? It's probably stupid to hold it. I think we just keep the Trickster in the spellbook. Ugh. Oh. Well. Get up to 7 gold. Somewhat painlessly.
My time for preparation runs low.
Hopefully we don't somehow magically Frankenstrain ourselves. We're only hoping to take 4. If he Frankenstrains us, we're in trouble. Let's try it. He played 3 cards. Uh-oh, he's got some reach there. Wow. Did not work, unfortunately. I think it's smart to use it. Usually Arians don't have much armor gain. Alright, well he just lost the spellbook there. Okay, apparently wanted that 1 gold.
Your future doesn't look good.
Lexicus and a stack of sharks. I would have actually even generated less health, right? Because he did 4 in that slot. No balls confirmed. He just lost a spellbook. He's only got 1 gold. But we're down 8 damage without any really sustain here. Ugh. And I say that because Stagger's good, but then I'm not coming close to affording the spellbook.
I am ready.
I could do something silly like Fern Shark Stagger. I have no idea what I do after this chapter, though. Ah! There goes all the gold they need. Generating 5 gold for them. That's not good, boys. From 1 to 6. Let's hope the stagger does it. But against Ariane, it's usually less effective, but you never know. Oh, he has another spellbook already. Alright. Unfortunately, the stagger did not grieve from that chapter. I spent 4 precious gold. I don't think that was my best play, guys. Do not have the alchemy. I think I have to pillager first. That may screw up his world.
I am ready.
If we could attempt the fern and then sharks. This one's not going too well. Because we'll be at 18, 14, and attempt the sharks, but we have no next play. Now, we could just South Sea and Necrassian, but man, we have nothing to do next chapter. He has played out. But maybe the fern hits him. I don't know. I could have tried to hold this, hoping I draw the alchemy, but... Okay, he does have asphyxiate, so we have to remember that. Too bad the fern didn't hit that. Ouch. Alright, he's still taking 7 more, which he did not expect to take. It's not looking good here, though, guys. We're kind of limping here to the 4th chapter. He's going to have practically a full hand. Little do I know he's a 1 AP Ariane deck. Maybe, maybe. I have exactly 0 gold and no cards to play right now. We could have attempted to kill the demon there. We would have taken 8 with the weapon, and then... Would I have gold for the bomb? Yeah, because I used it on sharks. Maybe that was a better play, guys. Well... That's problematic.
I am ready.
And he's ready awfully fast. We're just going to get rid of the spellbook because it's useless in Chapter 5, so we know we want to free up that slot.
I might not have enough gold.
There's nothing else for us to do. No Solomon, no Rants. We won't even be able to afford Solomon next turn. Rants, I believe we will be able to, as long as we don't get gold griefed. We just have to hope he kills himself. Alright, there's the asphyxiate. So, we didn't... I mean, we kind of played around it. We only took the 4. And we're taking another 4. He played out again, I believe. He had 9 cards. He's only at 5. Alright. blowing the asphyxiates, which is fine. Gold. Oh, 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 I tried to look around. I didn't get there in time, guys. I could actually see the cards on the back of my monitor. Yeah, we need to get lucky on draws or just do nothing and hope we beat him in the end and hope he draws dead. He did play both asphyxiates. We don't know what pirates he got, what pirates he has. And I could have gambled with the Crassian to be able to afford Brugson here.
I must prepare to confront my fellow adventurer. I am ready.
Well, that was fast.
An intelligent move. Well done.
He's got one base, guys. I mean... Okay. He did draw dead, thankfully.
I hope you learned from this
I don't think we
lesson.
played that game that well, either. You know, the stagger paid off. We'll take it. We'll take it. I guess they're not all going to be games of beauty there, huh? Going second, now OP, because we won that game. Cool, we're knocking on, hoping to fall into the second floor here. Before we do that, I do have to go pee real fast, guys. Oh, I should set up a peeing screen, huh? But I'll be back in a couple shakes. Alright. Hopefully I didn't make too much racket coming back here. I know my microphone sometimes bounces off things. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah. We went 3-1 with Ariane. That's just nasty. Well, it wouldn't actually be footage of me peeing, you know, just say be right back. Peeing. You're funny, BCD. Hope some people out there saw the Warcraft movie. Highly recommend it. I played the game for a while, but like I said, I didn't know a ton about the lore, but it's an awesome movie. It was, you know, I was entertained. And I don't think you need to know anything about the game. They, you know, characters were cool, and
Looks like I'm going first.
you know, a little bit of a plot twist in there. No spoilers here, of course. But it was very, very cool. Alright, going first. See how that works out. Well, I guess we ip into mage, hopefully. And I say hopefully because he could Fenkenstrain slot 1. And if I ip knock it to 0, he knocks it back to 3. That's ugly. So, let's see how it works out. The other thing we want to try to do with this deck is get the gold generation going. We could try to soul Frankenstrain, take 8. Does give us 5 gold. It means the rants, if we can draw either our Lexicus or our Zamorkians, can hopefully do some work. Or we can just Ip Mage right here. No, we can't because of Frankenstein. Never mind. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, guys. Let me rewind. And I can't Frankenstrain Soul. I think I've done that on stream before. Plays, you know, where I Frankenstrain myself. If he Frankenstrains us, that's going to be ugly. Let's try it.
I am ready.
Ready! Alright. Well, he's probably going to be one-shotting with Earth Force. I don't think Frankenstrain's going to do anything, I imagine, here. Oh, okay. If he would have Frankenstrain slot 1, that would have been bad. Alright, he takes an extra 3 because of my Frankenstrain. Wow. Down to 10 chapter 1. We're at 18. But he's got Lady Zay. Why else would you take cannonballs? We have no gold generation. The only reason I'm thinking is I'd love to stagger here, which may kill him.
I am ready.
I think I'm going to stagger first, Ip and Mage, and try to finish him off. I don't have... might as well do that damage too. That's 7 damage. But we're hoping to stagger, you know, slot 1, you know, if he even attacks things with 2. We hope this works. If he Gold Grieves us, that's bad because the Ip doesn't get off. You know, the stagger will, but then if he removes gold from us, the Ip doesn't get off. We take a boatload of damage. 15. Let's try it. Alright. Little stagger mirror action going on. Now hopefully... Okay. Let's say, hopefully he doesn't grief this somehow, but... He didn't Frankenstrain or anything like that this chapter. Ooh, completing quest while we're doing dungeons, boys. Cool, the chapters one's just happening. I really like what they do with the quest system. Most of them are, you know, you don't need to win. You know, sometimes it's win 2 games and things like that, but I think it's pretty nice. Did we, we have no gold. Holy smokes. We're both at 1 base with no gold. What a game. Wow, we were really hoping the stagger did something, because now that we can't afford rants, that's bad. I almost think I do nothing here, guys. We'll get 3 fresh cards. But, I mean, this is just taking too much damage. He has 9 cards. If he generates that gold, oh, man. I can't afford the bomb.
If I can, I should play some cards.
He's played 3 cards, too. Ah! Bar fight would have done it. Newman! Newman! Alright, if he does nothing here, bar fight's got him. Alright, whew. Good old stagger. Look at us just What an exciting chapter that was. That's a highlight reel. Oh, get him. We're battling for 1. I go first, which is OP, as everyone knows.
I'm ready.
He's just trying to grief me, which is smart. He tried it last chapter. He's trying it this chapter.
Is it cruel to win so easily?
Wow. That was an interesting game. He took a boatload of damage, chapter 1. Ah, good times, good times. Game was awful. At least we ended up on the right side of the awful there. That doesn't always happen. Both just limping around with 1 base attack. I had the bomb, but no gold. I really went for it in chapter 2. I was able to knock him to 3 and then hoping I could draw. Bar fight did it. 1 damage bar fight. Woohoo! Hey, we went down to the 2nd floor. It's always exciting. We don't always get there. If you look at the scores on the left-hand side of your screen, we had a 3-3 Venescula, a 2-3 Ariane, and 0-3 Venescula. That was my 1 and only so far, 0-3. They do happen. So, yeah, we are decidedly average. My overall average, guys, if I can find it here, is only 4.91, so it's not the worst. I assume the average has to be somewhere around 3-ish. Goal is always, as close to 7 as possible, or above 7, of course. That is when you start to go infinite. At 7 wins is when you start to, you get it back at least 1,500 copper, which is the buy-in cost. And you always get the pack. So at 3 wins, you get about 500 copper on average. And the pack, so that kind of, pays for the run. Because packs are 1,000 copper. Alright. I'm seeing Fenky into Rance into Lexicus. These other cards are just so good, too. That's great for potential alchemy, but we do have some gold game. I really like that Solomon. We have to really hope this doesn't somehow get health grief. There's some other shenanigans. Because we will be hitting it, or if we get somehow gold griefed, we'd be dead. Because we want to Frankenstrain, take 4 damage, generate that 3 gold. It will increase his attack, but this will knock it to 4. And then, we should have hopefully 4 attack. If some shenanigans happens, you never know. I'm almost keeping this, thinking of keeping it for the gold grief. I think I might. Do I keep the Trickster? Yeah, I keep it. Trying to get rid of a weapon or something. I don't know if I'll use it chapter 1 though. Wait. Oh, okay. I don't think we played a pillar. We might play this at the end of next round.
My time for
yeah, using a charge isn't the worst then. I think we just Trickster at the end. Let's see if this works, guys. Let's double check our play. Frankenstrain will potentially grief us if he does something, but we get the 3 gold. We can hopefully pay for this. This will be at 4. We'll have 4 attack. We'll one-shot this. We'll have 1 charge left to try to grief him, put the weapon on. If we draw alchemy, we'll be able to generate another 5 gold. We should have 6 gold at the end of this chapter. Let's make sure we don't die. He has played out, though. That could be ugly. Let's hope that Frankenstrain hits him, but the 3 gold from Frankenstrain is what's really awesome. Alright, hit his last guy. My Lexicus is gigantic right now. Alright, it looks like that's going to work successfully. Got a nice little Combat Academy on. Ooh, he was expecting to one-shot this, which he is not going to. Unfortunately, he's battling us, so we lose our weapon. We were just hoping to be able to one-shot the South Sea. It would grief him for his 2 gold, so if we want to do that, we have to take damage now. But he was not expecting to take all that damage. So, but he does have a nice little weapon on. Borrowed powers. Unfortunately, we have borrowed power. When he has a weapon, we go first,
I am
and we have
ready.
no creatures behind it. Alright, well, I think we just stagger. I think we do this. It's a net loss of 1, so we'll still hopefully be at 5 gold. We do have the Solomon into big creatures if we can draw them. I don't know if removing the gold is huge here. I'm kind of being greedy because I'm thinking alchemy, but... we're going to try it. Alright, good. He's getting a lot less armor. And he's actually going to have to swing twice at this. Alright, doesn't look like he spent anything for gold down here, so... that's a little disappointing. We're taking 4. This 1/1 weapon, though, looks like we'll be carrying it over. It can come in handy. We do have some 3 health creatures, such as Crassians. And if we draw Alchemy, it's also a nice 5 gold. Decidedly average. Story of my life. You know what movie I just watched? It's old. Somebody at work mentioned it to me, so it sounded something that I'd enjoy. It was Idiocracy. It was with Luke Wilson and I can't remember her name from Saturday Night Live. I think it was from like '06 or something. It was a Mike Judge movie. It was very, very funny. I enjoyed it. Yeah, see, this doesn't do as much now. I still think we just simply Frankenstrain into the book. Do we party hat?
I am ready.
8, 16. We'd still have 4 gold. We have all these nice cheap spells. We're going to put this on at the end. Just because I'd prefer not to discard that. Losing these does kind of stink, but I think this is hopefully our best play. Trump 2016, Idiocracy is coming. Yeah, if you've ever seen it, that movie is hilarious. Alright, he's taking 5 from this. Wasn't the worst play in the world, hopefully. Alright, he is generating some gold. Alright, we lost our stacks. We knew we were losing these 1 borrowed power and our Brugston, so we still have a borrowed power. Borrowed power. Sorry about that. I definitely had a party hat there. I'm with you, Quell. And knocking somebody to 1 base can just be so detrimental. Although there have been games in Dungeoneering where I've done that to opponents and they find a way to come back. They'll either have the bomb or, you know, a KGP or something else, a Kaizaj, and just get right back up there. So we did this hoping to draw into something decent. We do have a couple of, not Lexicus, the other guys, Amorkian, Occultists in the deck. That'll work too. We did not draw our bomb, but that's okay. He's got 16. Do we Vengeance here? I don't think so. Is there any way for me to draw cards here?
I am ready.
I figure I'm going to do 5. He's at 16. I'm not going to 11. That does 11. I think this is the play, guys. We don't play anything else. He played 2 cards. Ah. He is alive, it looks like. Barricade OP, boys. Barricade OP. Alright. He's got a nice little weapon on here. It's not over. He's still at 10 health. He's only at 1 base, but he goes second. He's obviously playing around some... I could have griefed him there, but that felt like the winning play.
I must prepare to confront my fellow adventurer.
Bomb's a turn too late, but we still wouldn't have played it there. We still would have went for the win, so it didn't matter. It's taking 5 worth it to do 4, but gain 2. But he goes second, he could still potentially remove our weapon. But we go first, so it would be, instead of doing 4, we do 8.
I am ready.
We generate the 2 armor. Fortunately, we didn't draw our weapon removals. We have a bar fight and the Kel fight, which would be the weapon, or 2 charges of it at least, and the armor. I think borrowed power is better here then. I hope. Should be. Let's try it, boys. Chapter 5. Oh, that's gonna tickle. Not really. Still got 2. And he takes 2. GG. Power, bunny it. A, B, C, D. You see it faster than me. Gotta remember I'm slow. He had to go for it there. He had 1 base, and he obviously knew I had the lunar cards. But you might be like me and forget which book is which. Oh, black. Did Jackalow, did the game black screen for you? Or did my stream black screen? I certainly apologize if it did. It looks okay right now on my OBS, and it looks okay on Twitch. So, is anyone else having issues, or did it go dead for a while? Yeah, Quell, I saw the same thing. I thought the bunny up and then the guard. Tomarisk, you see it fine? Thank you. And you're for the horde. Very nice, man. Very nice. That's what I like to see. Highly recommend the movie if you guys haven't seen the Warcraft movie. I didn't update yet, right? We're actually 5-1. Or did I just update twice? What are we, guys? 4-1 or 5-1? Oh no, you know, yeah, because I didn't record that game. Because that was the Raptor.
Second it is.
Raptor, we went first and we won. The last 2 games I had in my database were Ariane. Oh, and another Ariane. Everyone's playing her. We have a reason we play her, though. We take whatever class has been the longest since we played them. Uh-oh, going second. That's not OP. Oh, it just wouldn't load for you, Jackalow? Yeah, I know BCD said he was having some trouble with the stream earlier, too. And I've been having a little trouble with some Twitch streams. It seems random. Some people load, some don't. Yeah, I won't spoil anything. I enjoyed it. That's all I'll tell you. It was a good movie. I played WoW for a long time, but I didn't really know the lore. I just enjoyed the game. I didn't know what I was doing. So anyway, yeah, I guess we can attempt the Frankenstrain and the Lexicus. We can try to Frankenstrain Rance Lexicus, guys. Plays like that work, or you die hard when you get griefed. So... could even try to Calphite at the end for the extra gold. I doubt anything would work. Sometimes I like to carry weapons over, especially if I go first, because then you know you're going to get uncontested. So maybe we can try it, because chances are, I hate when I have a weapon on going second, because you're like, you want to use it, but if it gets griefed, you're in big trouble. So we might just Calphite, guys. I think it's going to be Frankenstrain, Rance, Lexicus, Calphite, unless we draw something that changes it. Ooh, Soutsy.
My time for preparation runs low.
I think we're going to try this. This is more hopefully for the 1 gold, but maybe he tries to do what I do. Sometimes carry a weapon over going first. If we get griefed here, it's going to be bad. I mean, he could certainly Fenk and Strain this, so we take 10. You know, he could Fern or Morwenna this, which is going to be a complete disaster. He could gold grieve us. Slot 2. If we don't get the rants off, we're dead. Essentially. He has played 4 cards, generating gold. Hey, Quell. Oh, good. You did see the movie? Yeah, yeah, I mean, they didn't... You know, it was still a 2-hour movie, guys. I mean, it was still... You know, a decent length. Yeah, they probably could have done more. I guess it was even longer, and they cut quite a bit. That I don't know. I just saw a little bit about that. Oh, there's some gold grief. It won't affect us here. The weapon. Maybe the Calfoid will do something here. I don't know. He's got a gigantic weapon on. Ouch. Cannonball synergy, boys. Chapter 1. But, you know, I thought it was, you know, well done. You know, I read some reviews before I went in, and I never agree with the critics, and I did not on this one either. They just talked about, and again, no spoilers here. You can see these reviews online, but, you know, they felt they didn't feel any connection to the characters. I thought the characters were awesome. I thought they developed them well. You know, I really enjoyed it.
I am ready.
Is this right, guys? That leaves me with 2 gold going in the next chapter. I am exhausted. I can't afford the bomb. Wait. No, I can't. Ah, jeez, I just screwed it up, boys. I probably should have waited because of the bomb, but I needed 1 more slot. That's alright. Yeah, and he even had the weapon removal, which we kind of expected, but we didn't mind taking the damage from this guy too much. Yeah, they may have... yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know a ton about the lore, even though I played the game forever. I don't know why I did that, guys, for the 2 damage. It was more because of the reflect, I guess. You know, I got 10 damage total out of it, but probably saving that for the bomb would have been much smarter. But yeah, I thought, you know, the characters were well done. I thought the acting was great. Like I said, I just really enjoyed the movie. I don't know how we're ever going to afford vampire power. We could try to Solomon, Mage. Yeah, I should have thought harder there, guys. If he gold grieves us again, that's going to be ugly. I really like that Solomon because of some of our other big guys. Gold can we get up to? Because gold griefing wouldn't be the worst here either. Doing that, then I can alchemy. That puts us up to 912. I'm so close to that vampire power. We'll take at least 4. Let's try it. The other play probably would have been better to try to finish him. Vampire power is more of a long game. I don't know why I did this. But this may hurt him because he obviously wanted that gold for something, so he's expecting to have 5. Ah, it would have killed him too. Alright, well, we can attempt to still do it this turn. Yeah, 1 gold short. But we can attempt a mage. You know, Solomon and the mage. We'll 2-shot it. I don't think he can gold grief us as much in slot 1. Seems like the winning play. Because this is health, not damage. It puts us at 10. Gold, sorry guys. You know, we'd be at 8 back up to 10. I'm just thinking, this is chapter 4. We're hoping to finish in this slot, but if he has health gain in 2 slots, it's not over. But next turn we can attempt the stagger. And hope. Let's see, that's only gold. Let's see if this works, boys. I hate this game. I could have won last chapter. Yeah, some of the acting was much, you know, better than others, of course. Like I said, they could have definitely added more. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, if they cut a ton, maybe they're just thinking of DVD sales in the future. Do DVDs still exist, guys? I don't know. Everything's streamed nowadays.
I must
Hey, look, spellbook. That'd be a great play this chapter. Kappa. It's better doing it this way. Do I take 5 from this? I don't think so. I mean, I could, in theory, attempt... No, because that doesn't work, because this removes the durability from both of us. Yeah, almost. I was 1 gold shy, and then I tried to finish it off last chapter at a toxic blowpipe. I know you're probably supposed to stagger first, but I'm hoping he was trying to, you know, kill something else with that weapon here. Like that. That was the goal with removing the weapon, guys.
That was not as difficult as I predicted.
Yep. I could have won that chapter 3. You know, I went with the gold grief instead of just trying to finish off the health, and that would have worked. The next chapter where it looked like the health would have worked, it didn't, so. But, not complaining, guys, we still won. Blu-rays are still around? Okay, yeah, it's... You know what's funny is I used to buy some of that crap, and then it just sits and collects dust. When I moved here, it was like, I don't even know where... I think my nephew has it all. I don't know. It's like, you buy the things and you watch them like once. It's like, what's the point? If that. A lot of times, you know, you don't even open them. But I rarely even see movies, you know, when they're just at the regular theaters, too. And that one I had to, because it's WoW. And has anybody checked? As I know, like I said, their critics were hammering it. But, you know, as the user reviews been better, because they should be. It was a good movie. I thought it was excellent. Alright, guys. We're hoping to at least win one more. Get our buyback back. That put us at 6-1. Exactly. It's all about Netflix. I don't have Netflix. I have Amazon Prime. So I don't watch a ton of that even. But it's where it's at, you know. Binge watching. Companies have really caught on to it. You know, that's when people have time. It's silly to watch a show. I don't know. I forget what happened. You know, if you try to watch something weekly, I mean, how it always used to be back in the day. And now it's like, all right, it's out. You know, you got some time on the weekend or whatever, and boom, let's sit and watch a show. And you could really follow along much easier, else you kind of lose interest if it drags on forever. I love how they release some of these shows now. Just, all right, here's 10 episodes. Have fun. And you can watch them hopefully in a couple sittings.
Second it is.
All right, another Ariane. She's pretty popular, guys. And we're second. What's going second's OP because I went second that game and won. So we know going second is OP, guys. My opponent counts. Wow. I've actually played Ariane and Raptor the exact same amount of times. 59 times now. That's weird. I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected Ariane to be much higher. Do we have any crazy plays here? We don't have a weapon. Alchemy is really needed in this deck, though, and I have some weapons. We're actually going to get rid of the spellbook here. Lexicus, you win games. You know, when you give me vampire power, you win games. Even when I don't get it off, it just makes me feel good. I think we're going to hold the alchemy, guys. Is that stupid? Because I don't have the weapon. That's probably stupid. There's our boy Rance. Okay, we did get his Zamorkian though. We're going to attempt to this. Would we have drawn that if we kept it? Into this.
My time for preparation.
Into this. How's that, guys? I'd rather have Lexicus, of course, but asphyxiates aren't bad. Some people don't play around them. If he griefs me, I'm in trouble. I hopefully be able to afford this though. I'll have, you know, 4 gold up to this point. But if he Fen Constrains first, that's a lot of damage. But I'm playing it this way so I don't, you know, my own Fen Constrain doesn't hit me, and hopefully still one-shot that. And maybe even have enough gold for Solomon next turn, and then I can draw my big guy. But then I got to be careful of that gold grief, because he goes first. Let's try it. You checked the reviews, they called it another Hearthstone ripoff? Ah, what did he hit me with? Is that like a Morwenna or something? I wasn't even paying attention. That took a lot more damage than I expected there. Oh, wow. He did gold grief me, but we did have 2 over. Ouch, that would have been ugly. Well, he may still gold grief us again, so let's see. I haven't paid for it yet. Oh man, he's got the synergy with the alchemy. Very nice. That's funny, BCD. I missed the Hearthstone movie. Gotta check that one out. Alright, we cannot afford that. We assume the weapon's gonna disappear. As always. He expects the asphyxiate, so we're not going to play those. We could try our own gold griefage here.
I am ready.
The only bad thing about that... Now we'll take 4 when he griefs our weapon. We don't have the alchemy. Guys, I should have held the alchemy. We're losing our weapons here. Maybe we play 1, I guess. Ugh, puts us at 1 gold. We can still afford the IP. Ah, screw it. Let's just Fen Constrain for some gold again. just be battling each other. I'm hoping this screws them. And it did, boys. It did. Whew. That would have been ugly. That would have been really ugly. He's got a potion deck? Oh, Lexicus. Rip.
I am ready.
I'd really like to generate some more gold here. That's actually not very good. There's no way for me to take... Gotta hope that doesn't get griefed. I'm not generating gold this chapter either. Yeah, at 11-3 Ozan Q, thanks for stopping by, buddy. A little disappointing in the final game, of course, but you know. Alright, this is good. He's not doing damage there, so at least the Sharks does heal us for 12. I don't know if this is the best time to play this, guys. I'm not sure which way this game is going. We're hoping to do the 6 here, but if he griefs us, we're in trouble. Alright, he's going to be at 2. That, when I prevented that stagger, that was huge, but this game isn't over. He's got 8 gold. Hey, alchemy. We can attempt to battle him, guys. Will he heal with that 8 gold? Ugh, man, I wish I could generate some gold too. Well, no. If he buys a big weapon, that could get ugly. We're going for the win right here, guys. He's got 8 gold. Chances are he's going to heal. If he plays a Tetsu or something, that's ugly. Fortunately, it puts us at 2 gold. I need to afford the Solomon next chapter. I mean, I could take the 7 from the Crassian to put on the Solomon. We're going for it this way, guys. We can still hopefully afford the asphyxiate. Let's try it. No heal, no heal. You jerk store. Alright. One of these has to be creatures, right? Nope. Oh boy. I forget what this spellbook does. That's a nice heal. That's all kinds of stuff. That's good. I don't lose the base. And he can't get rid of a weapon that I can't afford. And he increased his base. Urgh. Stupid mage.
I must prepare to confront my fellow adventurer.
Well, that's not good, guys. Because he's going to heal. I cannot generate easy gold. Alchemy, why did I throw you away? Then you came back when it was too late.
I am ready.
Because we know he has heals. Is it worth taking 4 from the Calphite at the end? He goes first too, guys. Maybe he'll play a Kaizaz
I
or
might
something.
not have enough gold.
He's played 3 cards. He's healing. He does have a creature. Let's hope it's a big guy. Like 7 damage. Times 2. That's not a big guy. Ah, boy. It may have been stupid to play the Calphite, huh, boys? In fact, I think it cost me the game. Well, it should have cost me the game, but I thought it was an okay play. Oh, man. That game looked like it was in the bag, and it got ugly.
To win so easily.
Wow. I may have misplayed that game, guys. Remember, it's an educational stream. Showing you what not to do. Q, I haven't seen you streaming lately. What happened? Just been busy with work and stuff? For those that don't know, I call Howling Quasi Q, and he is a variety streamer. I've seen him play Pokemon, he's played Chronicle, Hearthstone, a little bit of everything. Really cool guy. Definitely recommend checking him out. He is on, break from college right now. And so I know he had set up a little schedule. I just haven't seen him lately, so maybe it's just me that's missing him. Alright, guys, so we did get our buyback. At 7 wins, you get approximately, around 1,500-ish. So we're at 1,542. We also get some shards. You always get at least the 1 pack. So we'll take it. Yeah, when I was able to grief that stagger with that 2 gold, he had 5, and I took the 2 off of him, put them to 3, and he couldn't afford it. That was huge. That was huge.
Looks like I'm going first.
Alright, we don't have the alchemy because we're holding it if we get it. Good old Ozan, so we know we're going to get gold grief. This game could get ugly. We are going first, but we just went second 2 straight games in 1, so going second is now OP. We don't really like any. I mean, I don't want to waste the Ip on the soul. It's just too good on the mage, the infernal mage. This can't get grief going slot 1. I know I'm taking guaranteed 4, but he could obviously do gold shenanigans later. Let's see how this works out. Alright, can I get the Ip back? Or one? Oh, there's alchemy. Alright, guys, looks like we have a very, very slow turn. Alright, let's try it, guys. Normally I want to go aggressive, especially with Ariane, but I don't know. Seems like my strategy is just misplaying and hope my opponent, is thinking I'm smarter than I am works. Alright, that's going to be gold grief or gold steal. That's an interesting spot to play Leela. Is that right? I know one draft I had like 4 Leelas, so. Is slot 2 Leela going second good, guys? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's right to me, but I'm not the greatest player in the world. The only reason I wouldn't want to put that at the end, Tome, is just because Frankenstein's such a common card. And because I know I was taking 2 shots, I didn't want to take 10 damage. I'd rather take 4. That's the only reason going first. I know I can play it safely, and I'm guaranteed to take 4 and nothing else. It's the only reason I did that. Venescula is right now my worst legend in terms of my statistics. Yes, it is. Yeah, for me, it was Ozan. I better pay attention here, guys. Sorry, I'll look at my stats in a second. I think we bar fight. That grief might work 'em. Might work for me. we'll hold the Calphite. See, like something like Alley I'll play at the end, and it's only 5. This is really slow, guys. I may need to attempt a Party Hat next turn. And now Party Hat's not as good. There's Bob! Hopefully he's trying to attack things with, 4 health. He expected to have 4, or he just doesn't me. When I go second, I assume the weapon's getting griefed. Wow, Darren discarded a Darren. Free an Astaroth, very nice. Maybe that's why I wanted to play to Leela. Just because he knows he has base gain in the deck, so, if he doesn't get it off early. Maybe he was hoping I would Kaizaj. It's not uncommon to Kaizaj turn 1, so it could have worked. I guess, it seemed weird to me, but I could see how, it has potential. I mean, he's got, he should be around 7-1. The matchmaking tries to match you up with someone close. I generate some gold here, guys. There's no gold generation. And I could take 4 and then Party Hat. With no weapon for the alchemy. This puts us back down to 2 gold. Puts him at 6, but do we Calphite at the end thinking he buys? We may even Calphite 3rd slot? So he may generate some gold and buy a big fat weapon. Because Hope Devourer is coming out. I don't have my other weapon removal. I go first. Maybe he'll carry it over. He did that this chapter 1. He carried that little weapon over, but he had no intention of using it, so it was a really smart play. I can't afford anything right now. It leaves me at 3 gold, which means it allows me to Brugson. Gets me a gold closer to Stagger, potentially, because he may steal more gold or remove more gold. Do I Calphite? Do I Calphite? Bit of a gamble in case he griefs it.
I am ready.
I'm going to try it, guys. He's got 4 gold. He could easily generate some gold in the first 2 slots here. No. Yeah, I mean, if he generates gold slot 1, he can afford things like a dragon longsword. It's a gamble. He has played out. He is generating a lot of gold. Wow, he just lost a really good card too, Talk Skill. Ah. No weapon. I was hoping, man, with all that gold, he was looking for a weapon. Ah. Slot later, guys. Slot later. At least would have removed the armor. Not sure how we win this game, guys. He's at 22. Alright, a little less than that now. Rip Brugson. Rip Party Hat. Rip Stagger. And Party Hat was actually decent. The Kaizaj gave us that gold.
Sorry, my bad.
He's got double our base. We're going to take 4 and another potential 4. Puts us at 12, guys. We have to buy the spellbook here. If he does not gold grief us, we can stack a sharks next turn. I have the spellbook here. Should I spellbook and then soul? I'm just making it so I have 13 gold going into it versus 11. I think we have to try this, guys. It's not a winning play unless the gold grief gets him. There is some damage here, but the spellbook is what we need to attempt to win. You know, that vengeance, unfortunately we'd only have 5 cards, but what are we going to do? That's right, guys. He has played out again. Oh, he's got the good old, but he can't afford it. Gold grief worked, boys. Whew. So the gold grief worked. That was good. Uh-oh. How much damage is he taking here, boys? He's got to hit it 3 times. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We did it, boys. We did it. I wonder what that last creature was.
It is as I foresaw.
Getting lucky tonight, man. Some days you get lucky, you know? The thing I really love about this game is, I mean, and it happens obviously in Hearthstone or any card game, but, you know, everyone can see different plays, and you think there's usually one ideal play, but trying to, you know, guess what your opponent is doing, or what can do. And this room's always great, guys, because I like, right now I'm looking across. It's pretty nice. Just look at the treasure in here. I don't know, it just looks like junk, but we still want to get in there. We've been in there a few times, wandered around a little bit. Going first, OP. Well, he looked like he played reckless, but don't forget the, you know, I griefed the sharks. So he would have had a lot more health. And, you know, he was looking at a play, you know, probably a winning play. The Ariane killing his next creature. Maybe it was a Hope Devour. You know, so I got lucky with the gold grief. You know, the sharks, he was at 14. He would have been at 28 health. So that, you know, that was huge. Alright, guys. Looks like we are doing okay. Our last Ariane run fizzled quickly. We started 2-0, finished 2-3, and this one we at least got to 8. See if we can keep it going. Man, time flies when I play this game. It's the only run I've done today. It's already 11:30? Man, I play slow. It does look like dirt, doesn't it? I still want to check out that dirt. Yeah, I agree. Hope Devour wasn't needed, but if a Rooney was able to kill it, you know, he was up what 4-2 to make it 5-1 would just be nuts. I've been, you know, pretty lucky this run. And I had some decent draws at the right time. You know, I certainly guessed wrong with that Calphite there. A slot over would have taken the, you know, the armor from the Tetsu, but I was really, you know, thinking, okay, maybe he plays an alley first, you know, slot. It would have put him up to 7 gold. He could have afforded a decent weapon. You know, say he put a D-Long on and wanted to kill something bigger. That was my thinking in that 3rd chapter. It didn't work out. But that's his game. You know, sometimes you guess. I mean, there's been games where I've played where it's like, man, it's like my opponent can see what I'm playing. They just play it brilliantly. So, the only hack I'm aware of is if you look behind your monitor when your opponent is drawing cards, you can see them. So, make sure you guys check that out. It works every time. Yeah, you're right, Stride. Yeah, if it was, you know, at a lower win rate. But I've seen people make plays even up here. I myself make bad plays sometimes. So, like I said, I don't even know if his play was necessarily bad. It was, you know, it's one of those things you sometimes say, you know, all right, if my opponent griefs me and I don't get my sharks off, he's probably going to win. You know, it's one of those, sometimes, you know, you don't have a choice. He had a lot of cards, and I'm sure he had options. But, you know, sometimes you make, you know, he was probably playing to win rather than just to lose, which is something I'd always recommend. Obviously, if you play safe, you know, you may still lose in the end. Sometimes you have to go for the win and take that risk. But I've made really bad plays here, guys. Tell him BCD. BCD is creating a file, guys. I believe it's about 16 terabytes in size at this point. What are we going against? Another Ariane. And we go first, which is OP because we just went first and won. So, yeah, I've played Bob the Cat like first slot, guys, and it cost a gold. So, yeah, with no gold, first chapter. I'm pretty bad. Solomon is so good. I think I'm actually going to keep it. That and Rants are so good in this deck just because of my Zamorkian, because of my Lexicus. Hey, Stride. I'll be your friend. Sure, buddy. I assume your Stride channel, that was you in game. And again, Haunted Soul going first just so it doesn't get Frankenstein. I think Frankenstein is a nice card. It also generates that 3 gold. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I guess we keep the Solomon. I mean, we can't afford it yet. But maybe we draw the Alley and the Lexicus. Yeah, that's what we're going to think is going to happen. Ooh. Oh. Well. I mean, he could, you know, do something silly like generate 4 gold and stagger me, so this play is not going to work. But we're going to Haunted Fank, which I don't like to do, but I don't want to Frankenstein myself. I've done it before. We're going to attempt to afford it and do this. Any griefage happens, we're in big trouble. You know, if he fanks this, that's a lot of damage. If he does something with this, that's a lot of damage. And we probably lose. We should still have the charges. We could even attempt to take another 5, because we're hopefully only going to take 8 damage here. But when more Wenas and staggers happen, it's going to get ugly, boys. Let's try it. He did play out. Alright, he's got Slime Toe, so he's got a very nice card, slot 1 here. But that means he's going to be killing his own Lexicus. Or Zamorkian, I assume. Yeah, Stride, it may have been the only way for him to stay in the game. Maybe not. Like I said, sometimes you take gambles. Sometimes I just massively misplay. Wow, he's generating some massive gold here. That is not the card I would have expected there. Almost got him. Oh wait, we did get him. Never mind. What was he doing?
That was not as difficult.
I didn't even do the math right there. I'm thinking, okay, he can kill that. So he put the weapon on, but it was only Slime Toes. He really wanted that gold, guys, for that spellbook. You would have only been 1 shy. Alright, Chapter 1, Slot 2. I didn't even see the win there. I thought it was just a big grief, but he did need to take 1 more shot than I calculated. I mean, he was going to be taking 21 anyway, right? I know he was getting 12 back, but because Slime Toes, he needed to hit the thing 4 times. Wow. But he knows his back dirt better than we do. I got really lucky that game. Frankenstein worked. Going first OP. Alright, Stride. See you in about 10 minutes, buddy. Wow, that was interesting, man. That was interesting. Alright, alright. I did not expect that. Like I said, I didn't even see the win. I was like, okay. But I was thinking he could, you know, 3-shot that. He had to 4-shot it. That was a gamble. He was probably generating another gold the next slot and then buying the spellbook, I assume. I didn't check the name. Was it the same guy? He may do something different then, though. Going first. OP. I've gone first the last 2 games and won. We have 2 staggers. We definitely want to get gold going in this deck, guys. I mean, obviously it's such a great card, but I can't afford it unless I draw like an alley or something with it right now. I think we just generate our 2 gold, see what else we draw. Maybe we do the same play. Oh, same play? Same play? I don't play a ton of rank stride. I'm not very good at ranked at all. I think I'm silver
My
something,
time for preparation
14-ish
runs low.
maybe. I don't even know. If I remember, well, I'll show you after this game. It's be good if we draw that alchemy. It's also possibly really good at the beginning of chapter 1 next turn. I know I take 4 more damage, but it also generates 8 gold for us. Let's try this again, boys. Nope, no slime toes. Uh-oh. That could be a stagger. Slot 2 stagger means Fank's doing a lot of damage to me. It's going to be hard to come back. Oh, okay, maybe he's getting the spellbook going. Ah, man, Fank hit nothing this game? Fank never works, guys. Holy smokes. Even if I'd removed this 2 gold, it's the spellbook coming up, isn't it? That's a pretty good chapter 1. Alright, so we're at 1 base, guys. Recklam's Bomb, if we draw that, wouldn't be the worst card in the world. Alright, I think we remove the gold. Wish we had alchemy. I think we have the Ip in this. We're at 1 base, guys. We assume he definitely plays that. Hopefully he doesn't grief this. So with 1 base, you die pretty easily. We have to hope to draw our bomb. That's why I don't want a Brugson. Unfortunately, this knocks me down to 7 gold too, so I can't even afford the book easily.
I am ready.
But we have to do something. I doubt the gold grief is going to work because he's going to play all the free stuff. But so be it. Yeah, all his spells are 0. It wouldn't even have worked last chapter because he did go 2 over, which was awesome. So really good play by him. Warshire, what you taking, my man? Yeah, I guess I could have Brugson. That would have been smarter, Wecker. You are correct. He's got a pretty good deck. Pretty good deck. Well, that's not good. That's not alchemy. That's not Recklam's Bomb. Brugson isn't going to do much if he plays another freebie, huh? It's just going to put him at 0 gold. Yeah, for those that don't know, both Wecker and Warshire also stream this game. Very good players. Definitely recommend checking out their channels. In fact, I believe these are both top 10, correct, Diamond? Like I said, I'm not very big into ranked. I don't really play a ton myself, but if these guys say a play in chat, they're probably right. I almost don't want to waste the 3 gold on Brugson. Yeah, Mimic expensive. Well. He just paid 4 gold. I mean, I paid 3 for Brugson to do 5 damage to himself. And then generate the 4 gold back. So more or less that slot did 5 damage, but I don't know how I win this game, guys. I don't think I can.
I have low health. I must be careful.
Yeah, Rance is usually fantastic with Lexicus, but not when you're at one base.
I am ready.
Not sure exactly what we do here, boys. Oh, Warshare is rank 4 diamond. That's awesome. Oh, he got his alchemy. Alright. Well, Crassing isn't going to help and Trickster doesn't help. Guys, it's not looking good here. He's got more base, more gold, more health.
I must prepare to confront
We drew the
my fellow
bomb.
adventurer.
Who told you to put the bomb on?
I am ready.
Well, we can attempt the bomb. I'd really like to generate a gold. I guess we'll do it safely. We could really try to gamble Infern instead, guys. I think we'll be at 5 here, correct? I think we're dead no matter what we do here. Alright, hopefully Fern hits something, but he has to have damage, right? Fern didn't do it, guys. He's got a lot. He can vamp. Oh no, he can't vampire power anymore. Phew. I actually drew it the one game. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Yep, that's pretty good, guys. We got rolled that game. GG.
Now feel the power of my magic.
Oh, I felt it. Oh, I felt it.
I should rethink my
Going
strategy.
first, not OP, confirmed, guys. Alright, that was GG. Very well played, sir. Very well played. So we're still looking at the room diagonally, hoping to get to the dirt room. I love that. It doesn't look like much treasure. Things are knocked over. It's like it's been ransacked. What are we going to find in there? Yep. Yeah, chapter 1 book was pretty good. And you're right, Brugson probably was the right play there, Weckery. Doing that to prevent the book, or to prevent the stagger, would have maybe made it a different game. I didn't even see that. Good call, sir, good call. Thanks for being here, everyone. Definitely appreciate it. Doing something a little different tomorrow night, guys. Right now I've been playing Chronicle on Sundays and Wednesday nights. Last week I think I played Chronicle, but it's just been kind of an open slot. I'm going to be going back to the 80s, guys. If you look down in my schedule section, I'm going to be playing some Atari 2600 games. Now, as many of you don't know, possibly, you know, Atari just came out with an update for it to do some Twitch streaming. So here's my original console. So I'll be running that update, you know, from that I don't even know when that thing was built, probably late 70s, early 80s. And we'll be doing some streaming with it. Of course, it's going to be directly from that with the Twitch update, because the developers were so advanced back in the day. They, of course, anticipated something like Twitch coming along, you know, 30 years later. Because not only do we have the console, we've got some games, guys. We've got a little Kaboom action. Let's see, let me pull up my camera thing here. We've got Kaboom. We've got Laser Blast, which, wait till you see how bad this game is. We've got some Pitfall, which I was awful at back in the day, so I'm sure it's even worse now. So I actually picked out 20 games to play. It's going to be an awful stream, because nostalgia, I know, is going to hit you, because like, wow, yeah, I played these games and liked them as a kid, and I'm going to realize how bad they were. There's a reason the video game market crashed in 1982-83, because of actually the games I'm playing are probably the better ones too. There was so much junk out there. This is a different Ariane. We are going second, but we just lost going first, so going second is confirmed to be OP. You hate playing Atari, it always has updates? Yeah. I think it has like a 1 megahertz processor, if I remember reading correctly back a while ago. So it definitely is the speediest machine. What am I doing here? Frankenstrain slot 1 is so dangerous. How do I generate another gold real easily to stagger them? Calphite? Taking a lot of damage without any sustain. I could try to watch guard. No, I can't Calphite because I'm going to Frankenstrain myself. We can attempt this. It's not very good. Nah, let's throw it all back. Stagger Chapter 1 is awesome, but Southsea might work here too. How do we do this, though? How do we do this? Both staggers in hand. We have to Haunted Fank Stagger. Hope that works.
My time for preparation runs low.
Probably won't. I mean, the odds of it doing anything to a creature in the 4th slot, because we go second, you know, only hit the 4th slot. With no other gold generation in the deck, I mean, if he plays something like a Southsea, the stagger just gets burned. Do I not play the stagger? Ouch, Kale. That's why Calphite Emissary would have been okay. Everything's easier in hindsight. Lexica's OP, boys. Alright, we took 8 damage to generate our 5 gold. And he's still one-shot in this, that stinks. And he's got 7 gold. I think we want to try to gold grief him here. Problem is, even if he alleys and then buys it, he'll still have exactly 8 gold, you know, the book. We've got nothing else to do anyway. Well, I shouldn't say. We could attempt to do this and this. It generates the gold, fills up our hand completely. The only reason I really like Southsea besides the gold grief is I do have an alchemy in the deck, which I haven't hit too much this run. Ugh. It's not the greatest, guys. I doubt the gold grief is going to work, but maybe he does a small creature to generate the 1. The gold grief hits and he tries to buy the spellbook. Oh, that's going to be trouble. I'm getting outplayed now, boys. That is GG. Oh, we can go from 4 to 8 stack of sharks. I can't afford it yet. GG. There's no question he's got 4 damage with 10 cards.
I have low health. I must be careful.
Yep. Well, that was a good try, guys. That was an okay run. What we go, 9? I've done worse. It's all about the grief in Dungeoneering. Well, that was fun. I don't even know. Now he's just taunting us. He's like, how do I kill him easily? Half Pint Hero. Hiro. Hero? I mean, Ip, Mage... Do I have any health generation in this deck? I don't even think I do I? I mean, I could obviously Alien stack up to 8. I don't know how I win the game, though. This is RIP. This is RIP.
I am ready.
I'm just thinking party hat, but what's the point? Puts me up to 10 gold. I believe this is GG. Yeah, you would have party hatted. Yeah. It's probably the better play. Because I obviously need the gold going forward. I mean, this leaves me with 1 gold. Because doing 6 isn't going to do much. Doing the gold for the next 2 chapters I probably needed.
I have low health. I must be careful.
Yep, so now I can't even afford my boy Rants. Well, you'd party hat instead of Cal fighting? Yeah, taking the 4 damage is probably stupid. There may be more if he griefs me.
I am ready.
I'm thinking, do I party hat here? I mean, to get rid of 3 of these cards isn't really going to matter, probably. Although I can always Bergson next turn. I've already got him at 1 base, but I think we lost this one. I'll have 4 gold. I could still Brugson. Nah, we'd rather try to keep whatever spells he draws. We don't. Well, we could have put it in the other order, but. Uh-oh. It's health, damage. Remove my base. Can we have the comeback? I don't think so. Alright, he's just freeing up his hand space. Very smart. He's giving us armor. Oh, never mind. He couldn't afford it.
Your future doesn't look good.
No, my future does not look good, buddy. You are correct, sir. Ah, rip spellbook. Good. Means we can't draw it, or one draw. What did we draw from him? The base attack is bad.
I must prepare to confront my fellow adventurer.
Alright, we had an alchemy, and then we just drew another alchemy.
I am ready.
Oh, that was fast. Stagger
Your
doesn't do a
future
whole heck of a
doesn't look
lot.
Good.
It's not going to remove the base. It's just to try to get that off. Ugh. I should have just played it to remove card. It won't matter. It's last. GG. We tried, boy. Oh, I forgot about that card. What am I doing? Sitting here playing, farting around.
I didn't see that one coming.
Oh, I should have seen that one coming. Good game. Good game. That Griefage there. That big creatures can be dangerous. I was rocking that whole game. That's all right, boys. That's all right. 0-0. We went 9, so it's not the worst. Make it to the 3rd floor, you can't be too disappointed, but going second is obviously not OP. Let's enter our rewards. 2305 and 367 shards. Alright, alright. We've played worse, I think. Sadly. Yeah, I wanted to show somebody my, I think I said my, I'm whopping rank 14, guys. See, I've played quite a bit. Most of my games are Dungeoneering. I play a little bit off stream, just to do the quests. Like, you know, I'll probably do, you know, the game is Ozan just to try to complete that quest. But let's open that pack too. Maybe the game is nice to us. Thanks, Wecker. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I even had the 5 damage, but yeah, 9 wins. I've done much worse. Just look at the scores. Alright, no diamond, nothing special here. KBD. I remember having this in one of my runs. It wasn't too bad. I had a lot of good weapons in that Ozan deck. I think that was the Ozan deck that won 11. Alright, cool, cool. I will be calling it a night though, guys. Just hit midnight, so I got through 1 run only today. So, it wasn't too bad, but we did play, looks like 12 games. But I will be back tomorrow for the Atari. I doubt anyone will be stopping by, but I will be streaming more Chronicle on Wednesday night. You know, another Dungeoneering run. It's all I really do on the stream. When I play Chronicle is Dungeoneering, so I will be hitting the hay. Is there anyone out there that we can host, maybe? If this loads. How about Moose Van Jangles? We'll give him a little host. Looks like he's hopefully still online. Sometimes with the delay of the screen, I see it. Oh, you have an Ariane run with Cannonball Synergy. That's awesome. So it looks like I think he's still live. So we're going to throw a little host here, guys, to Moose Van Jangles. He's climbing through gold with Cancer decks, whatever that means. But it looks like, according to my thing, he is still live. So let's throw him a little host. Go throw him some love. And I will see everyone either tomorrow or Wednesday night, guys. If you decide to stop by, I appreciate everyone that was here. I know you have a lot of options on Twitch, and being here, spending your time with me does mean a lot. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.